Peace, everybody. It's your boy BP. Supposed to do this FB Live interview, but due to technical difficulties, I had to switch gears and instead I'm live right here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to T Lee, Detroit Stand Up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if she could join me. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. See if she'll join me. Hey, there you go. What's
I
happening?
made it. What
Yeah.
up?
See, I didn't know if I was waiting for you to go live and invite me, so I said, let me go live and invite you. What's up, lady?
Yeah. What up?
Blessings, queen. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I
Yeah,
see we
bless
both in the lab. You know what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm watching the
Yep.
inauguration stuff because I've been running all day and I'm just playing catch up. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, thank you
Yep.
for having me. Sorry,
Yeah, for
sorry for
sure.
the technical difficulties, but we here now.
Yeah. Me too. Right. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being on my show. Like, you're
Absolutely,
awesome.
absolutely. I'm trying to see if I can share this on Facebook too. Let me see something while we setting up shop here to chop it up real
Yeah.
quick.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because I
Yep.
think
I'm gonna start
I
sending.
think we're synced where I could actually share it to on my page.
On
Uh,
your Facebook page. That's dope.
yeah, because if you, the way Instagram works, because Facebook owns Instagram, if you're tech savvy, you can actually sync everything.
Oh.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
really
I'm gonna get
dope.
into that.
You
That's for
know,
sure.
what I'm gonna do
Yep.
is I'm gonna copy the link.
What up, guys? It's T Lee from the D.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I just tried to post a link to my wall, but I could always share this too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Afterwards, so.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
So
for
I'm gonna let
sure.
you set
Yeah.
it off. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Yeah. Yeah.
We in the
Definitely.
building.
So,
We in the building.
yeah, we in the building. We working. We always working, right?
Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You know,
Yeah.
sorry if I sound like I'm taking over the show. I'm just gonna shout everybody out
No,
that's
you
starting
good.
to tune in. Vaquito Show, I see you. Uh,
You good.
Dead Beats, I see you. Flyboy Tony, I see you. Uh, what's that?
What up, Vankito?
First Anthony.
Vankito, that's my boy. Yep.
Yep. Puerto Rican Queen. What up? What up? Jack Doe. What up? What up? All right,
What up,
cool.
guys? What
Peace,
up?
peace, peace. So what's good, lady?
So, hey, like, so I want to interview you because you like awesome, and of course you're working with a lot of artists in Detroit, and you're through it, like you're all up in it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I'm trying, man. You know, it's interesting that you say that because born and raised in New York City. I'm from Queens, you know, but I spent a lot of time in the Midwest, in Michigan in particular. I have family in Grand Rapids, which is a couple hours from Detroit, you
Oh,
know,
cool. Yeah.
legendary home of Mayweather, Al Green, the DeBarge family. So I met Super MC representing Detroit a couple years ago through a mutual acquaintance who happens to be his manager, John Joubert of Iconic Management. And
Yeah.
we started out just collaborating on a couple records because he was interested in just buying some beats from me, but we built such a good relationship. We started doing bodies of work, you know, just recording, recording, recording.
Yeah.
And the summer of 2018 in particular, we probably recorded over like 30 records at Titan Record Studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the results is all the music you have heard so far. So far, we got like 2 EPs out. One of them is called X Amount, which is like a street album with freestyles and a couple of originals. And then the second release we did was called The Road Less Travel, which is
Yeah.
more conceptual, more food for thought, lyrical content, you know,
Yeah. Bye. Yep. I
vibes
like that.
and bars, you know what I mean? So I
Yep.
really, really want to say I appreciate your support and I
Yeah. No
appreciate your
problem.
acknowledgement that you're listening and paying attention to what we've been doing, you know?
Yep. Definitely. That's what I'm like. That's where my heart is. Like I love in the hip hop, like when you have a message to speak and a movement, and it's not all in one pocket. And Super MC, oh my gosh, dude, I'm so glad he's safe. His bars are great. Like we almost lost him. We almost
Yeah,
lost
I
him. Crazy,
know.
right?
Shout to Soup,
Boy,
man.
oh
Shout
my
to
gosh,
Soup. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
And but he's like a legend, and like he's so out of the limelight.
Mhm.
But when people get into his category, you guys are gonna just have goosebumps for days,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely. And I'm glad you said that because that's how I feel. I felt like collaborating with him allowed me to tap into the grassroots of the work I've done within the culture, starting out with the beat miners in the '90s, producing like Black Moon and Smith and Wesson and Helter
Yeah,
Skelter. Then fast forward working with like Nas, AZ, Fat Joe. So like when I got to work with Soup, it was like taking me right back to that essence where it's just about
yeah,
the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
about
Artistry, the hip hop, like he's a real hip, like that. He's there for just that. Like,
back.
oh,
And he
yeah.
allows me to
So
explore how to make him bigger and better. And I'm not even talking about better lyrically. I'm just talking about
right.
as making songs that can connect on a larger scale. You know what I'm saying? Beyond
Yeah.
underground. That's my challenge is to allow the world to see his greatness. You know?
Yeah. Okay, thank you for doing that because like he's been hustling so hard and all that stuff, and it's just like a lot of artists just need that, and I don't he's not even out there for that, but he needs to be it needs to be perceived by people because it'll help people. Is
Absolutely.
like he's got everything honed in, and he's just a perfect like I mean, and perfect guy, and like you're the perfect person that you guys like. When I found out you guys were powering together, I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah. And for those who are
Perfect
just
together.
tuning in, shout out to Tammy Salazar, aka T Lee, representing, you know what I'm saying, Detroit, taking some time to chop it up with the homie BPZ. And we're talking about the legendary Super MC out of Detroit, one half of my group Crossroads, spelt with an X. You know what I'm saying? And the definition of Crossroads is just quality hip hop music fusing two major cities, New York City and Detroit. You know, that's the
Yep.
general scope, but the bigger scope of what Crossroads is about lyrics and quality beats with substance and skill. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard market to get. Or like, they're all reaching for that, but it's hard for to find artists that can do that.
right. I'm just
Yeah.
waving to everybody as they tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to Tifa 19791. I believe that's her code. She's out in Paris. Peace Queen. Uh TK313, what up? Jennifer Kernio, what up? Uh
Yeah, what up, Dan?
yeah. I'm just shouting everybody as they tuning in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody.
No. Yeah, we appreciate all you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But I'm following your lead. Ask away. Any questions you got for me?
I mean, you just keep on going. Like you're probably used to doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But we've been acquainted on the line for a little while, which is really cool. So I
Yeah.
feel like the fact that you reached out, it was like it was a no brainer. I was like, sure, whatever I can do to support you. You know what I mean? Because I appreciate your
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, it's like you see the hustle and stuff for sure.
Absolutely,
Like, yeah, I
absolutely.
appreciate you. Like, I'm blessed that you're doing this. Like, it's amazing. And it's a baby channel. It just started and stuff, but I'm just trying. Like, I'm in the midst of it, so I see all this that's going on. I've seen it for years. I'm 30. I'm 37.
Right, right.
So like, I'm
And
not a
you
young cat,
represent
so
the
I've
culture.
been there.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like I just need to shine light on it because nobody really does, and like they don't have people out here like that. So I guess it's a market I got to get into.
absolutely. And
Branching out.
you're doing the right thing. And what I'm gonna do is, as we're more tapped in now, I'm going to, aside from just posting online and us follow each other online, and you getting wind of what I'm doing through what I post, I'm going to share and email you and update you on up and coming artists to look out for in different markets. Not just the Midwest, but like in the East Coast, in LA,
Yeah.
South.
So
People that are real really into the culture that can really rap and have something to say. You know what I'm saying?
yep, the bars. Yeah.
By out in Ithaca, she just joined and waving to her. She
Ah.
she did some music with me a couple years back. She's in Ithaca, New York. You know what I'm saying? Really, real hip hop head, talented singer rapper. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Levi.
Aw.
Got some of her music. I did some records for her a couple years back.
Okay. Nice.
Bobby,
Yeah.
what up? Yeah,
What up, guys?
yeah. Say what's
That's
up.
so
Say,
cool.
say what's up to T Lee, man, and make sure you follow,
Yeah. Tap in, you guys.
tap in.
It's only gonna get better. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have a whole movement. I know everybody, the real G see it. I'm just trying my hardest. You know what I mean? I'm pushing through at any means there's so much that goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
That,
and technical difficulties when you're doing things online may happen, so it's all good. And you know what? You inspired me to figure out Facebook Live. I've never used it.
okay. Okay.
notice,
So
you notice I hit you like almost a half hour before, like, hey, are you
yeah,
send me a link? How do I do this? You know what I'm saying? Because
right. Same.
compared to IG Live, technically, it's just so much easier on Instagram, man. So
Yeah, for sure. Like I heard like that, yeah, that uh wow, famous bars. We did it on IG. He said this is the market to do it on. IG is the best to do it on.
mhm.
But all my people and all my, everything. I'm just so used to Facebook.
Right,
But I'm liking this. This is way better. You see how Facebook wouldn't even let us connect?
right.
Weird.
For example, like if you on your page you go live, that's easy. But to go live and interact and share your live, like what we're doing,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
comment
like
center.
you
Yeah.
do that.
Right. It's pretty hard. Yeah.
Because
So like, yeah, we're gonna use this one.
clicked on it, but it wasn't popping up like this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure. Right. This one's
shout
so much
out,
easier. It was like cakewalk.
Bobby Doe says, "What's going on, T Lee?"
What up, Bobby
Bobby
Doe?
Doe,
Shout out to Bobby Doe.
yeah, he's out of
He's an event planner and stuff out here in the D. He's
yeah,
dope. Shout out.
yeah.
Yeah. And all them like the with the ICP gang and all the whole crew.
Mhm.
The yeah, they're good. They're awesome. I
Definitely.
met them through Max Julian. Max Julian's a great person. He was Proof's cousin. We just lost him.
Oh,
And like that's what inspired me to do this,
yeah,
because like he was so good. Like his artistry, nobody knew it until he was dead,
right,
and I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that.
right. And then
Um,
I gotta definitely say rest in peace to MF Doom.
yeah,
Who just recently
yeah,
passed as well. A lot of people
yeah.
didn't know he had actually passed since last fall, but it didn't really come public knowledge till like a month ago.
Wow.
Prime example of what you're talking about is about true contributors to the culture who don't get properly recognized.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand the mainstream market and selling records and the celebrity thing, but like if you are really a music person, you really respect art and culture, the other unsung heroes deserve to be recognized as well, as far as I'm concerned.
they really should. So you're shedding light on the people that should have it too, right?
Yeah,
Like yeah, like you're
like
working with you're in it for the art.
I'm definitely in it for the art, but I'm not a fool. I'm a businessman, so I know I got to do what I need to do to make my money too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
it's
Yeah,
about
like
balance,
so you're still
it's about
you're
balance,
still pushing the beats,
you know.
producing. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I make sure that what I do is stuff I believe in and I'm passionate about, and I always
Amen.
put as much integrity into the art of what I'm doing, no matter on what level it is. You know what I mean?
Yep, I feel you
So even
100%.
as a producer, if I'm producing a record that may be considerably more mainstream, there's still going to be a level of quality to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yep,
not just going to be, jibber jabber and a garbage beat. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yep. You're still gonna put everything into it, even though the artist or whoever does is not pulling all they can to the table, or what they have to the table, but it's not what you consider.
mhm.
Yeah,
Right,
like yeah,
right.
whatever you do, you're gonna put your all into.
Right, because what I've learned as a producer is you find the art in the work with who you work with. There's certain artists that may not be as lyrically skilled as say a Super MC, but can make a good record, has a good tone to their voice, has a way to be entertaining. So I find the art in bringing the best out of them in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So besides from you producing and working with everybody, and like that's why I wanted you on here so we could shed light on you because I don't know if like you're not based out of Detroit, so not a lot of people in Detroit have the opportunity to work with good producers. Like
Right,
there's pockets of them all over the world,
right.
but like so we're bringing light. If you guys are really link up with, he just does quality.
They pause.
You
People
know what I
trying to
mean?
call me.
He loves
Yeah.
his thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's like a difficult thing out here everywhere, and like I see what like you're doing and I love it. It's a whole thing. Like I call it a movement.
Mhm.
And um so how long have you been producing for?
Okay, I'm gonna rewind a little bit, and I'm glad you asked that. I've been in the music business professionally for over 20 years. I started in 1995 as part of the Beat Miners. Shout out to Evil D and Mr. Wolf. That's my alma mater, my college where I started in New York, out of Brooklyn. I produced
Mhm.
like Black Moon, Smith and Wesson, Helter Skelter, OGC, in the early '90s, like, and then moved on to work with like Pharoah Monch and the Outlaws, Tupac's Camp, rest in peace to Fatal Hussein. I produced on his first album. Fat Joe, Consequence, early in his career, right after he was, after Tribe Called Quest had disbanded originally, and he was doing a lot of solo stuff. I worked with him up until when he started working with Kanye West. Wow. Then, of course, Nas, I worked on Stillmatic, AZ, I worked on Asiatic, both classic hip hop albums.
Wow.
Wow. Then,
Wow.
me being one who likes to nurture new talent, I worked with a couple of different independent artists in different markets in New York and Detroit and LA and Atlanta. Some of them have some really dope gems that all it takes is doing a little homework on the internet. And as you search my name, you see certain records that I produce with people that you may not even know on a mainstream level. But then when you listen, it's like, oh, that's fire. Like there's this artist out of Cleveland. You can look him up. His name is Nova the Rebel. I don't know if you ever heard of
Okay.
him. Really, really dope. He has a tone and a flow that reminds you of Kanye, but he's repping Cleveland to the fullest. And he's a lyricist, very entertaining, very skilled MC. We did a couple of records together. One of them was an actual song called The Making. And that song was actually him rhyming in third person talking about my career.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What?
which was really dope. Which is really dope.
Yeah.
I'll send that to you. Once we go offline,
Yeah.
I'm gonna email you some music.
You're gonna have to.
Huh?
You're gonna have to. I'll eat it up.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna
You
have
know what I'm
to.
saying? And
Yeah.
but yeah, that was my start. And then over the years, I felt like along with producing, I had to really smarten up and be more of a businessman. So I started my independent label, Divine Entertainment, and that's when I did a distribution deal. This is like around probably like mid 2010, 2012, and I started like distributing content like singles on independent artists some of them I executive produced, others were just records that was already done, and I just distributed it and helped them market it. Like there's a female rapper named Dynasty from New York. She has a nice international following, really, really dope MC. She'll remind you of Young Lauren when you hear her rap,
Wow. Nice.
She's really dope. Look her up.
I think that's how. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna look her up. Everybody look her up. If you like, this
Dynasty,
is what you should stop doing.
Dynasty, female rapper
All right.
Dynasty. She's dope.
Hey.
Man, I'm trying to think of someone else that you could look out for that I've worked with.
Yeah. Do that, man.
Actually, if I fast forward to more recent times, I've been in and out of Philly a lot, working with some of the up and coming artists. I worked with a artist named Dre Carter. That we have a record out hosted by one of the well-known DJs out of the market, DJ No Frills. The song is called Most of Y'all, and it's Dre Carter, and it's also featuring another up-and-coming artist out of Philly named Sherrod Starks. He happens to be the younger cousin of John Starks, the New York Knicks basketball player, and they're both on that record. There's a song and video out called Most of Y'all, really dope record. I'm gonna send you that too. Like I said, I got
Yeah.
treats. If we was integrating this interview with music, and you be like, "Yo, let me go play some
Yeah.
records,"
Right.
but
Yep.
we'll
I'm gonna
say
be
that
doing
for
that too.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
save that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yep.
definitely
I'm
come
getting the
back on your
podcast all
show.
together and everything. Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna come
We'll
back
do
on your
that.
show and premiere some treats, probably like in another month or two.
Dope.
Yeah,
I'll be
but
ready for
but
sure.
yeah, but check out Dre Carter, check out Sherrod Starks. They both have some dope stuff on the internet. And the song I did with them, like I said, is called Most of Y'all. Song and video in digital stores right now. I'm also working with my OG homie Dre Banks. He's actually from Grand Rapids, where I am right now.
Okay.
We actually just did a record with him featuring Trina. It's like a dope, fun, a record for the relationships, dedicated to the lovers. It's gonna come out like Valentine's weekend. We shot the video in Miami, so that'll be out.
Cool.
What?
We need one of those. We need some of that,
Yeah,
like that love in the air, you know?
we need some love in the air with all this craziness going on between the pandemic
Yeah.
and the election. These changes with the election and inauguration. We need some people
Yeah.
that are just showing love and appreciation to each other. The song's called Boyfriend Girlfriend. It'll be out February
Okay.
12th. Song and video. Dre Banks featuring
Cool.
Trina. And then
Nice.
I actually worked on AZ's new album, Do or Die 2, which will be out, I think, by the spring, early summer. And
Okay.
one of the songs
Yeah.
features Rick Ross. It's called Never Enough. And
Okay.
another song, I think, is called real. Like that's the working title. It might be subject to change, and I think Fab is supposed to jump on that record, but
Ooh,
I got
wow.
I got to get the update from him as he's finishing up the album. But I'm excited for people to hear AZ's new album because he really put some time into it. Like he has production on there from me, KG of Naughty by Nature, Pete Rock, Buck Wow,
Da-
Bink,
Damn.
Rockweiler. Yeah,
Oh my God. You.
it's an all-star production team on this album, man. So
Damn.
you know,
Damn.
and it's well deserved because it's kind of his album, his Alpha and Omega album. You know how when Nas did Illmatic, then he did Stillmatic.
Yep.
This
Yep.
is Do or Die 2, which is like
Okay.
the Omega of his first album, Do or Die. So I'm
Okay.
excited for the people to hear it, man. And it was really
Yeah,
fun.
me
It
too.
was really fun working with
Ooh.
him on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
So
think
like,
I'm missing anything as far as mentioning people I've been working with lately. I mean, of course, Soup, that's a given.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out to Soup, and he's still recuperating from his accident.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's my
Yeah.
guy, Detroit stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we have some new music that I'm hoping we could put out by the summer. See, the interesting thing is when we did, like I mentioned earlier, record a lot of records back in 2018, we still got catalog that y'all ain't heard. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
That's it.
That's
You just sit down.
considered in the vault, but timeless. Meaning, if I play
Yeah.
one record for you, Tammy, like right now, you'd be like, "Yo, put this out like right now." You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But
Right.
we did put out a single called Time and a song called Hard to Dance, which is a metaphor for just surviving adversity. And it's just crazy because we plan to put it out. We put it out election week, right around the time election week in November, uh, before Biden won the election. Like within that week, we put it out. And the subject matter on Hard to Dance was talking about Trump and just what was going on.
Ooh.
It's crazy how it works. And then he got in his accident. You know what I mean? So
Ooh.
it's like,
Yeah.
some of it was like prophetic, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
because it is. He is working with like yeah, it is prophetic. When I'm in his presence, he feels prophetic.
yeah, yeah. So for those who follow Crossroads and the movement and wanted to hear some more current music, you can check that out. Hard to Dance and a song called Time. Those are like the latest releases we put out after we put out the first two EPs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you'll be able to reach that when you go on my page if you're my followers because I just dropped the one with soup and stuff and it's got crosswords so you'll be able to link it up and do a
Yeah,
little homework.
definitely,
But I'll go
definitely.
ahead and throw some down there for sure.
Definitely
That's
appreciate it.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for
I'll give you a
sure.
little backstory on those records since we're on the subject of Crossroads.
Yeah.
One of those records, the music for Hard to Dance was originally recorded. I was developing some music for a girl group out of Africa by the name of the Soap Girls. They're two white girls from Africa, go figure. Born African, white, blonde hair, blue eyed, the whole nine, and play instruments and they sing and write. So my producer friends in New York and one of my engineers, his name is Christian Guglielmo, also known as Rocky. We were just developing some music with them, and they came up with the idea for the Hard to Dance concept, but we never finished it. So I had a whole demo of the record, just like guitars, piano, the drum programming and all that, and the music and the live bass, and like a chorus arrangement. And then we sat on it. And then when they went back to Africa, and we never finished putting out all of their music for their album because at the time, the people I was working with that was representing them as management, they mismanaged the business as far as, represent
Oh,
the group. So that kind of caused the music to get shelved. So I
yeah.
was in the studio Soup that summer of 2018, like I mentioned to you, and I just let him hear a lot of music. He heard that record and just lost his mind. He was like, "Yo, you start," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we ended up doing that record, and then
Yeah.
Time was actually a beat I made for my instrumental album that I had put out a couple years back called Throwback City. So
Okay.
it was just a very
Nice.
energetic beat, where I had the vocal sample referencing time and it was repeating throughout the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah.
The liner that closes it every couple of bars is all I need is time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit just moved me. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
like, this is
That's beautiful.
crazy.
That's beautiful. I'm feeling it right now. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, so like imagine just having
Yeah.
the instrumental and you ride in the car beating that shit, and
Yeah.
it's just saying time and it's repeating, and you
Yeah.
hit a beat, and then all I need is time, and then you just drive and you just zone the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so what's
Yeah.
crazy? So I'm playing it in the studio, and Soup is just like, whoo. So he literally penned the record around the vocal samples. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So
Yeah.
every couple of lines, he's saying something in reference to the vocal sample time. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
And his metaphors on that record is so fucking incredible. It's a rewind-worthy record. I like
Yeah.
that that record is not long because
Yeah.
it makes you just put it on loop on your playlist and let it just repeat on its own. Like,
Yeah.
I don't listen to that record in my car without putting it on repeat because I'm going to want to hear it over and over until I get where I'm going.
Yep.
Know what I'm saying? One of those
Yep.
type of records. Plus, I love the bass line. The sonics on that record is just stupid to me. It's
Yeah.
definitely car music. If you got a sound system in your car, you're gonna appreciate playing time in your car. Trust me.
Yep. Yep. Dope.
Trust me.
So I can't like I'm so amazed that you give me your time and I get all this information from you.
Nah, no
And
problem.
yeah,
This is fun.
like
Who else is in
it's so
here?
dope. Um
Let's see. Shout out Diamond in the Rough 90. Oh, he said the Outlaws though. That's crazy. Yeah, actually, rest in peace, Fatal Hussein. He was signed to Relativity Records, the same label Fat Joe and the Beatnuts was signed to back in the day.
oh,
And I worked with him because he was being managed by, remember the group Artifacts from Jersey?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Shout out to Artifacts. Their manager at the time was also managing Fatal Hussein. And
Okay.
Artifacts was on Big Beat Atlantic. Fatal Hussein was signed to Relativity. And they, because I was working on music for Artifact stuff, he was like, let me hear some stuff. I got another artist I represent. And I
Yeah.
ended up playing beats for him. I think I worked on like 2 records for him. And I don't know if one, I don't know, I can't remember if both of them made the album or just one of them made the album. But the album is called In the Line of Fire by Fatal Hussein. He passed away, I think, in a car accident years later. But, shout out to Fatal Hussein.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was one of the original Outlaws. He was featured on Pox
Yeah.
Machiavelli album on Hail Mary, matter of fact. If you
Yep.
Hail Mary, the extra verse towards the end, that's Fatal
Yep.
Hussein. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. I always love the outlaw. I always wish that they like there was more production behind them and there's more people like because they were dope. You know what I mean? Like
Right, right.
yeah, like when Pac got killed, like yeah, it stopped. I mean, they were still, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and was
They're good. They're
all,
good. They're good artists.
yeah, all of them were spitters, but they, like you said, they didn't have enough of a body of work to be nurtured on a certain level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fatal
yeah,
was the only one who actually had a solo deal that was a part of the Outlaws. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
he had a promising career. You know what I'm saying? If he would have still been around, I'm sure he would have got bigger with time. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah, but
Wow,
yeah,
that's
that
dope.
that that you just gave me flashbacks with that. You know what I mean? And I just feel
Oh,
like I'm blessed to say that I've been around a few decades and know a few things and know a few people.
yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen
So I
like
should
you've
hope I know
seen.
what I'm doing at this point. You know?
Yeah, for sure, you do. Like yeah, and that's why I'm blessed to have you. Like you've seen it all, almost the birth. Like you've seen the birth of
Yeah,
hip hop, and you've seen it all and everywhere.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
and you're still going. I like how you pick and pluck. Like you do what you do. You still gotta make your money, but like your team that you're putting together, when
yeah.
it's all said and done, like your movement is beautiful.
Thank you,
Like
thank
right. I see what you're cherry picking, man.
you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that you paying attention enough to reach out. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I pay attention. Yep.
I gotta
Yep.
mention 2 more people because so much going on, it escaped my mind. But
Yeah.
I mentioned the artist Dre Banks and his project with Trina coming, but his son is an artist that's up and coming out of Atlanta, and he's affiliated with Money Man. I don't know if you follow some of the underground Atlanta artists, but Money Man, it was a well-known street artist out of Atlanta.
Okay.
His camp is called Black Circle, and the artist that I'm referring to, his name is Junie Knotts. He's out of Atlanta. It happens to be Dre Banks' son. He's been bubbling for a little while. He's heavy in Atlanta, like in the South. People know him, But
Mm-hmm.
we decided to kind of collaborate with him and open him up and open different markets even more. We recently just shot a video for a song he got. We shot it in New York, Philly, and Jersey. I'm about to post
Whoa.
a trailer online like within the next 24 hours. Shit.
Damn, you shopping so much right now. We all need it too.
You know,
You're working.
there's
I
different
love it.
types of artists, but they're dope. You
Yeah.
dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, shout out to Judy Knotts. He's representing Atlanta. He's up and coming. And of
Nice.
course, my business partner Antonio Velaz out of LA. His son, we helped his son last year get signed to 300 Entertainment. His son's name is Little Zell.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like an alternative artist, kind of like imagine someone that can do melodic street singing vocals, but do it over like electronic dance music, like
Okay. Wow.
different, right?
Yeah, that's different.
That's
That's that
completely
you gotta be like sweating when you're doing that shit,
that's
maybe.
a
I
blend
don't know.
in itself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like
What
imagining Juice World or Little Baby, but instead of it being like street hip hop or trap, it's like EDM beats.
yeah, it's crazy. That would be dope as hell, I think.
Exactly.
Like it's a
That
whole different movement.
Zell.
Yeah.
Look him up. It's spelled XXEL, Little Zell. He signed it.
Roselle.
Yeah, he had a record out that took off online last year, like on TikTok and YouTube, called "Let Me Know." That's what got the deal. You know what I mean? He was doing like millions of streams on this one record, and it just took off virally. And then,
Nice.
we started getting offers. So he's been signed for this May will be a year now, and he's dropping more and more music. So just keep an eye out for him. Different
Okay, for
type of
sure.
style, but entertaining young dope artists to look out for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You just dropped us a lot of good people to follow up on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just throwing it out there. So like that way, in the scope of us having a conversation, you have something that you can actually look up afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I love. Yeah, that's what I do. That's why I'm here in this. Like, my heart's in the industry like that. Like,
Yeah.
but it's all about the artistry. It's all about the artistry. It's
Yeah.
not about nothing
And it's
else. You
beautiful
know what I
to
mean?
discover new
And
talent, especially
yeah,
dope, and you didn't know about it, but then you're like, oh, that shit,
yeah,
I didn't know about that. And
yep.
even
I
though
love
we
that shit. I love.
internet, it be so saturated, it's hard to keep up with stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I stopped. They're like, do you know who this is? I stopped. I can't.
Yeah.
It's all like, and it's so much bubble gum. It's like, and they don't let the good ones rise. It's like, I'm like, I can't do it no more,
Right, right, right.
But like, yeah, so I gotta just start like, all I just gotta do is start listening out for you,
Yeah, I
From
appreciate it.
every now and then hopping in your inbox, like, what's up? What's going on with the artist, man?
Yep.
Because that's what I'm all about.
We're
Is
tapped in, so I'm gonna just
it's
make
what keeps
sure
me
as I
going.
go along, I'll just share.
Yeah,
Keep
for
it in the
sure.
loop. Even
And I'll
if it's
share it.
just to talk about it, play it, interview them in the future, whatever.
Yep,
You know.
definitely. And I'll play it. Yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely, definitely.
Put
But
you near the
you
screen
got any
for
other
sure.
questions? Go for it. I'm
I mean,
gonna
I
let
mean,
you
like,
take it. I'm sorry.
you answered all most of my questions. Like, you good.
Yeah, I mean,
How
we
many
have.
interviews you have? Like, that's a good question. How many interviews have you had through the years?
Oh wow. It's so funny. I haven't had a lot of interviews only because throughout my career I've kind of been incognito. If I don't know if that even
Yeah,
makes sense. It's kind of like I focus on the work and not the fame.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, like, yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean I've done a lot of interviews, but not as extensive as someone of my experience. Let's just say.
Yeah, your stature, like what you have,
Mhm.
like you're a beautiful artist, and it's not, and you're, yeah, it's like I can't, I can't believe I was even able to like get you on. You know what I mean? But like that mad respect because that lets me know that you're real. You know what I mean? You're real
Appreciate
for doing this. Like you don't have like you're not in your heart's not out there for nothing else but for the artistry, and I see that, and like and other people will see that too.
absolutely.
To the views and stuff. Like we'll bring a whole different culture coming in. We gotta rebirth this stuff because it was going sideways real fast.
Facts.
And
Facts.
you were sitting back like producing. You were back in the lab. That's why you weren't out front, because you were making that music. You're making it. Like you're in the thick of it, and that's where you have fun.
Right. And I feel like the people who have interviewed me are the ones who really paid attention. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, uh, if I'm gonna do media, I usually like to do media when I have something to talk about or I have
Yeah.
something to share, which is
A movement. Yeah.
if you or someone within the immediate degrees of separation at this point in time reach out to me to do an interview or a podcast or whatever, and especially considering COVID and the pandemic and social distancing, you can't do in-person interviews but so often. So
No.
you gotta tap in, and you
Yep. You gotta say.
as we are right now to your advantage to
Yeah.
share and raise awareness and talk about what you're doing, and sometimes give us a little bit backstory on what you've done. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
And where you're moving to, where you're going to.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it is for me. I do want to share one other thing that you may or may not know about from following me online. I actually
Okay.
recently launched my own streaming channel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
called Hendrix
What?
TV, HTV, and I did this
Excellent.
partnership with a new streaming network called UMR Channels Root Media in New York, and we launched my channel like early December. So it's in the infancy stage. It's about
New.
so, and it's 24/7 global streaming.
Okay. Yep. I've heard of that. And you have a link on your page. If you guys follow, go on his page and look down and stuff. You guys will see it.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, it's free for your smart TV. If you are one who likes to
Mm,
download stuff on your smart TV, whether it's Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Disney Plus, Tubi, you know what I mean? You could just type in, if you have Apple TV, Roku TV, or Verizon, you search in your search engine on your smart TV for Hendrix TV, see a black and white icon, HTV, add the channel. Right now I'm streaming a lot of independent content, up and coming artists, music videos that you could discover, some of the classics by the legends, a couple of independent films, live concerts, but
okay.
you don't always get to see live concerts, unfortunately, due to the pandemic. So on my
You do them live on the
you
TV.
on my
That's
channel,
dope.
you'll catch a glimpse of like Young Money performing in New York at Summer Jam, or AZ performing in Poland, or Nas performing in Belgium, Jay-Z
Nice.
Coachella, Kendrick at Made in America Festival. I basically
Yeah.
take the time to curate the content to give the consumer something I would want to see. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
if I was to tune into a channel, what would I think is cool to watch?
Right.
You know, working on
Definitely.
an animated series. Also have a couple of podcast episodes. If there was a way I could archive this, I would put this on my channel. Just for people
Yeah.
to see it, because when I do interviews, again, it's not that often, and sometimes I guess I feel like when you watch me do interviews, for those who know my work or follow me, they may learn something new they didn't know before.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like you got gems and stuff, and like you know you need to be heard now. It's like and like you're a person to follow, and you take away from the old school industry, and you have now everybody has their own avenue. They can go wherever they want in this industry now. It's all up to them, and
Right,
you take away all these caps and all these levels that you were stuck at because you didn't have this and you didn't have that, and then you get now you guys come into to the forefront, the ones that should have been up there anyway.
right,
And then I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just saying
yeah.
like the good ones are shining now, and like that's I'm hopping on that movement, so that's what I'm trying to do, spread
That's
awareness. Yeah,
a
right. To the
very, that's a very good point. I like how you put
yeah.
that, because
Thanks.
the quote unquote mainstream market, people are getting bored. It's like, okay, that was cool, but what else is
Yeah.
there? You know,
Right.
there's a whole other lane of people around that needed to be seen more. So
Yep.
if I can generate more exposure with the things that I'm doing on a certain level, you know, and maintain integrity of the work, because that's very important.
Right.
Very,
Right.
so that way, when it does get, reach a certain apex, it's like, oh, that, oh, and it'd be like, but yeah, he's been doing that.
Right. You're gonna always stay that guy that's been doing it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fight for that, no matter how much fame or success comes from anything I do. I'm always gonna fight to be great at what I offer to the world, because that matters to me.
Aw. Yep. That's how you change the world. That's how you change people and help people, is you being good at what you do
Yeah, because
and
you get
honing it.
consumed by the cloud chasing and the money, then the integrity of the work eventually gets compromised, and it's just about
Bubblegum. Yeah.
and not about affect.
The artistry, yeah.
Yeah,
And the helping, the healing. Music is healing.
right, and balancing things out while bringing to light some real talent that deserves it. You know?
Concentrating on what like the what it's about and what positive and all that stuff. Then to work with the artists because they're hot and they're lit. You know, they got views, so I'm gonna work with them because they got eyes on them. And then compromise your artistry and your work. Then yeah. And like we like the culture now, I see them, the youngins, they're starting to turn more back towards, following like normal values. Like it was lost. They were clout chasing and they loved it, and they were like, now it's coming back. They're honing it in more.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I like to.
they need you, like, but yeah, like you said, concentrate on that music because like I need to hear that shit. Like
I
yeah,
the email I'm gonna share. So
yeah, so
you know,
yeah,
I might even leak a personal. Since you're a big Crossroads supporter, I might leak an exclusive just for you. You know what I'm saying? That nobody got.
really
And then
dope.
because I'm saying this on IG Live, if Soup gets wind of it, he could be like, well, BP did say he's gonna give me records. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
I appreciate the support. So
yeah.
I'm gonna throw a track
I
away
can.
that you can blast in your car, and if you want to play it on your platform, you can. It's cool.
Cool.
It'll just allow people to anticipate more, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, amen. Yep. You can stream to me because like my heart, like I'm in it for like, the right reasons and stuff. Like, um, yeah, because I mean, you're dope, and
Thank
I'm impressed. Thank you for coming on. Like, I can't even believe it. Like,
you.
I'm not fangirling or nothing. I'm just
Nah,
like,
nah, you're
it's
good.
just,
You're good. Nah,
I'm blessed. I'm blessed that you're coming in and like you're feeding me some energy and some knowledge and all that stuff, and I love it.
thank you.
And I'm just thanking you.
Hope
I'm just like,
somebody got
thank you.
it from it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's what that's what we should be doing this for, don't
Yep, networking. Yeah.
you?
Like we have to like that's the food we need to survive. Like we have to eat, we have to drink, but like what gets you going,
Yeah,
is like yeah, like
definitely.
for me, and I know for you. And I know there's a lot of them out there that are the same
And
that,
I'd like for
you
you to
know.
share with me more of the artists that you're tapped into, just so I can discover something new. Because
Yeah.
I'm always open to
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
I'm open
Definitely.
to that because, again, I discovered Soup through someone online reaching out to me. Then
Yeah.
here we are 2 years later with catalog. So
Yeah, and he hit the floor, and he's always been just steady, constantly doing it, and just go. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And like, yeah. So you're out kind of like, not talent scouting. You're out just like scouting for the music where it's at. Like, what can you create? What
right.
can you create with what you got?
And,
Yeah, to
and
network.
and operate as a curator of greatness, meaning that anything that I can come across and envelop my abilities and experience and resources to help that grow and expand on some level, and in turn grow and expand on my level. It's like one
Yeah.
wash the other two to face. You know what I'm saying? Still, still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, it should be 120, 120. Like you guys should both be able to feed and grow off of each other. It should be magic. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. Well, you're looking for magic in this world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Like I'm so happy that you got Soup on this level because like he deserves it. Not only does he deserve it, the world deserves it.
Hmm.
Like I'm so happy that like that um yeah. You guys
You can stream
go look up Soup.
videos on YouTube, but
If you don't know the younger cats, they don't know.
videos on HTV. All you gotta do is subscribe to Hendrix TV, like I was mentioning earlier. You
Okay.
have Apple TV, Roku TV, Verizon. Just type it in the search engine. 24/7 global streaming. It's advertiser supported, so kind of like Tubi or YouTube. As you're watching the content, a couple of ads will pop up. But that's how I pay the bills because the subscription is free. You know,
Dope. Dope. So you're just giving us free content,
but
huh?
free to the world, and the advertisers are
They're capping off of it.
yeah, they're tapping
Okay.
in to say thank you here.
they're tapping off of your capability to put together magic, and then you're feeding it to. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Like and so you got to know that you're putting in some work if you're not capping off of it.
Right. Right.
Which is why the true artistry, which is why I know you're out there networking and trying to find gems, because those are the ones that don't blow because they're not in it for that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So we need like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes on you forever until I die. You're amazing.
Definitely.
You're amazing.
Definitely. I want to also make sure that the followers know that all you have to do is be consistent, persistent. Anything is possible. Like you said earlier, open up your network. Also respect the architects and study your craft, you know. Respect the people that came before you and learn from it, because that's the only way the culture can be nurtured and be what I say, you can pay it forward. You can carry on tradition, so to speak.
Like Rose too, yeah. Like the beauty Rose too, right? That's what I'm saying. Yep. I'm glad you said that because I was gonna ask you that too.
Yeah.
My kids are going crazy in the other room, and I'm gonna have you on here like I'll like whenever you want, and like when we collaborate and we do this, we move this movement that we work through organically. You know what I mean?
So,
well,
is there a way to archive? I definitely want to share this.
Yep, I'll be able to save this when I get off. I'm gonna archive it and give it to you, and all my other stuff is gonna be on pods for show. So it's I'll be able to pod it all.
Okay.
And it'll all be archived.
And
yep.
I can archive it too, but if I can't, I want you to, if you share it on your wall, please tag me and I'll add it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll do all that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please.
Definitely.
Please.
For sure.
Thank you.
I got you. Yep. And all these people are gonna like walk through it.
Well,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was just saying, is there anything else you want to add or share? I'm just saying, thank you for having me.
I don't know, man. Like, no, like we have plans for the future to work. Like, no, I'm just gonna say thank you for blessing me, and I love it, man. I'm on this. Like, you're amazing. And I hope you have a blessed night.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to see all the stuff you're putting out there. Everybody follow or go on his page and follow him. He's dropping a lot of stuff coming up.
At Baby Paul B Peasy on Instagram. HendrickTV.com, the website, which will be launching in a few days for the HTV channel, so you get familiar with the HTV channel, what it's about. Of course, Crossroads with an X, NYD, New York, Detroit. Follow us on Instagram. Support the Crossroads movement. You know what I'm saying? 2 EPs out right now. X Amount, Roll Less Travel, single Hard to Dance Out, Time Out right now.
Everything's hot. Everything's hot.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I guess I'll say in the mortal words of the legendary Russell Simmons, thank you, God bless, and good night.
There you go.
All right, y'all.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Peace. Thank you guys for coming on, yo. It's T Reed from the D. The Holdz Barz. We'll at you. All right. Stay blessed.
People are still coming on, so I'm waving.
Oh, damn.
This is fire. All right, y'all.
Peace. All right, later.